Hi guys, this is Alex on Not Casuals, and today we're going to be playing Satisfactory, and we're going to show you guys how to optimize and build your electricity. Alright, so I'm going to actually skip ahead to we're going to skip the biomass burners and stuff, since this is like the really early part, and we're going to jump to the hydroelectricity basically, and with base with water pumping and the coal cooling the water and everything. So the first thing you need is one coal mine, maybe two if the node is nice, that's cool. And in this coal mine, obviously try to put a really good miner on there. Right now we only have the miner MK2. And if possible, try to overclock it too, as much as possible, since it's going to drastically increase the number of, like if I remove the overclocks, it's 120 pieces each, and then if I add 3 overclocks, and then 300, so that's huge. And it's the same for both miners. So that's a lot of coal, and you're going to need a ton of coal. Now what you want to do is to connect your coal to your electricity generators, the coal generator, which is this big building over here. And for it to run properly, you need to have coal intake and also water intake. And it's going to basically generate electricity. You can also overclock this to generate more megawatts. In this case, this one is not overclocked, and it does increase the number of consumption per. I think it's every 2 seconds instead of every 4 seconds. So you really need a really good coal income to generate a lot of electricity based on the number of coal generators that you have. Now the other thing that you need is these little water extractors. So you basically need, I like to put 1 per 3 generators basically, to just provide the water required to generate electricity. So we're actually going to build another setup here, since we have a ton of electricity. Our capacity is almost 2,000 megawatts, and I still we're going to build a ton, so I know that we'll need more eventually. And you really want a stable megawatts capacity. If you're running out of coal, your capacity is going to drop now and then, and if your power is spiking because of bottlenecks and stuff like that, it could end up like always overloading your circuit, which can be really annoying. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and build a coal generator. I'm going to place it just right over here. And what we're going to need is we'll basically split this coal line to go into there as well. So we're going to do this right now. We're going to add a splitter. Splitter's on my bar actually. So we're going to put the splitter right here. Now we're going to use MK2 conveyor belts. We could use level 3s I guess, but it's not that necessary. So we're going to use this left side here to reconnect this. And we're going to use this middle side to connect this one over here. And yeah, that's already good. And so yeah, the coal intake is going to take care of itself. I'm also going to dump this coal in there. And now we just need to connect the water. For the water, it's pretty simple. I'm just going to double check my connections here, because I don't want to remove too much water pressure if I split too much. So this is how many ways? So this is already a 3-way. So we're going to build a new one, I guess, and we're just going to do another set. So in production, water extractor, we do have the materials barely. We're going to place this, I guess, over here. It doesn't really matter. And we're going to connect it with a pipe and bring that pipe, I guess, over here. Try not to angle your pipes too much, because if they do go upwards, you will need to put a pump there that's going to be powered, just so that it can pump the water upside. So yeah, I'm going to place it here, and what we're going to do, we could place a splitter, but yeah, I could, I guess. And we're going to, so you press once and then you go up, and it's going to make it go higher. And actually this is really intense, but whatever. It's fine. So now there's still no water in there just yet, because this needs to run on electricity to work. So we're gonna connect it to a power line. Come here and then come here. Alright, so this is powered. it will generate, will just pump water. It's slowly activating, the turbine is starting and stuff. So yeah, producing water, and it's gonna fill up eventually. Now this tube is already getting filled. Now let's analyze the tube, make sure that the water gets to the location we want it to. No water. Okay, it's getting here slowly. It's take a while at first to fill up, obviously, and I think I will need a pump here. So I'm gonna build one right now because it is a bit inclined. So we're gonna do that. So the pumps, you have to be careful because at first I didn't notice this, but you see the 3 green arrows? They basically determine the side that your water is gonna go up or down. So you have to be careful not to, like, obviously block yourself. So you place that down over there, and then you connect it to power, and now it's gonna pump that water up, and there you go, and you have water in the generator. Now it says no connection, is because I didn't connect it, so we're gonna do that right now. Connect it to this power line over here, and now it has been added to the circuit, and it is generating a higher capacity of electricity, which is great. And if you look at the coal, it is at 100, so it seems stable, and the conveyor belts are still full and still bottleneck. So personally, I really like to run on one network once you unlock the water and the coal electricity, basically. On the biomass burners, I don't really like to do one network because if one thing goes down, everything goes down. For the electricity with the water, it's different since it's like automatically like just working, so it's really great. You don't have to always fuel stuff. So yeah, it's really important to have like a stable connection, a stable I guess frequency, not frequency, but like a stable layout. So to avoid the spikes, especially the capacity spikes. If your capacity spikes down, you need to fix that like number one. That's the most annoying thing ever. Now some things to note, you should always have your power, your overclock in your mines first, and then you can always overclock your generator. But yeah, so you can always overclock your electricity generator, but it's going to consume a lot more coal, so you have to be very careful with that. It's going to double the consumption. And also, if for your water, you really need to be careful as well, because the pipes have a limit of 300 capacity per minute, and this generates, I think it's yeah, 120, but you can increase that by overclocking it. If you do increase it though, it's going to increase the power that it requires, but since it's powering the power itself with the coal generator, it's not that much of a problem. But if you need more water per minute, you can always boost it. Just be careful to respect the capacity of your pipeline, and you'll be fine. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope that the video was useful, and if it was, consider leaving a like and subscribing. Have a good day.